Hey guys, what's up? It's Saki Junior here and welcome to my second video in the Raspberry Pi series. In this video, I'll tell you how you can wirelessly connect and control your Raspberry Pi using your PC. So let's get started. Before we begin this video, if you haven't watched my first video on the Raspberry Pi, I recommend that you go and watch that first because over there I've explained in detail what the Raspberry Pi actually is and how it works. And those of you who have watched the video will remember that during the setup of the Raspberry Pi, I had connected an HDMI display, a mouse and a keyboard to the Raspberry Pi in order to interact with it. Now you might think it's a bit of a pain to keep connecting a display, mouse and keyboard to the Raspberry Pi every time you want to use it. Also makes it really hard to transport the Raspberry Pi anywhere in case of a school project or something. So in this video I'll tell you how you can wirelessly control your Raspberry Pi using a PC. So for this tutorial you will need only two hardware components. First of all, you will need your phone charger in order to provide power to the Raspberry Pi. Secondly, you will need an Ethernet cable with an RJ45 connector in order to connect your Raspberry Pi to your Wi-Fi router. I'll explain in a bit how that is relevant to this tutorial. So we're gonna connect this USB cable to the and you see that the LEDs are light up, which means the Raspberry Pi is powered up. We'll wait for a bit in order to boot cycle to complete, and once you see this green LED blinking irregularly, you can plug this Ethernet cable in the Ethernet port. The other end should already be plugged to your Wi-Fi router, like so. And yeah, once you plug the Wi-Fi router, if you see all of the LEDs of the Raspberry Pi light up, it means that the Raspberry Pi has now successfully connected to the to your Wi-Fi router. So in your PC, you need to download two pieces of software, VNC Viewer and Putty. You will find the download links for both in the description. Putty is used for connecting to your Raspberry Pi terminal interface, and VNC Viewer is used for accessing the Raspberry Pi's graphical desktop, which will be wireless in this case. Please make sure that you get the appropriate 64-bit 32-bit version of Putty for a laptop. Now, after you have installed both these softwares, what you need to do is you need to find out the IP address of your Raspberry Pi assigned by a router. So basically, whenever a device connects to your Wi-Fi router, it assigns an IP address to it, so it can easily track its movements and connections. So you need to find out the IP address assigned to your Raspberry Pi. To do that, you need to log into your home page of your router by typing the IP address of your router. Okay, not to be mistaken with the IP address of the Raspberry Pi, which we have to find out. This IP address of your router should be given. It should be given underneath the router on a sticker or in your instruction manual. So if you are in Indian, it should probably be 192.168.1.1 or 192.168.0.1. So I'm just gonna click enter. It will ask you for username and password. Again, you should find the same where you found the IP address. Your username should most probably be admin. The password you should find under the sticker or in the manual. So we're gonna log in. Wait, just an error. Yeah, so we are in the login page of my router. We have a tender router. Now this page is going to look drastically different based on what router you got. If you got a Binatone router or maybe an Airtel router, this is gonna look all very different. So the steps I'm going to follow in order to view the Raspberry Pi's IP address are probably going to be different in your Wi-Fi router. I'll leave a couple of links in the description for some common routers as to how to see a list of devices connected to your Wi-Fi router. But if you have a different router, you'll probably have to search it on the net to find out how to do it. But on my router, if you by any chance have a tender router or something similar, you need to go to advanced. On the left side you see device info, and then in the sub menu click on DHCP, and now you should get a complete list of all the devices connected to your Wi-Fi router. So as we can see right here, Raspberry Pi right here, and the IP address is 192.168.1.5. so this is the IP address assigned by the router to our Raspberry Pi. So remember this IP address, because we will need this IP address. So now close your browser, and now you need to open Putty, this software, and you need to type in the IP address assigned to your Raspberry Pi. In my case it's 192.168.1.5. make sure the connection type is set to SSH and all the defaults are set. Click open. It will ask you for a username and password. Just write the default username Pi and the password Raspberry. And now we are connected to the desktop, to the the terminal interface of the Raspberry Pi. So we can control the Raspberry Pi now from a laptop to an extent. Now in the following steps I'll show you how to completely control your Raspberry Pi's desktop from your laptop. So once you are successfully logged into your Raspberry Pi, you need to type the following command: sudo apt get install tight vnc server, and it will start installing this software. So I have already installed this software. So basically what the software does is create a wireless desktop of the Raspberry Pi so that other devices can connect to it. So I already have tight VNC server. So once you have downloaded tight VNC server, you need to type VNC server :1. Sorry. So VNC server :1 is not needed. So now you can see new X desktop is Raspberry Pi :1. So this is the first Raspberry Pi desktop created. So now you need to keep this connection open, just minimize it for the time being, and now you need to open VNC viewer, and in this search bar you need to type 192.168, basically the IP address of your Raspberry Pi, followed by :1, and there you are. Let me just minimize it, and now you have connected to the wireless desktop of your Raspberry Pi. So as you can see, you can control it. If you hold the mouse around here, you can even full screen it. You can scale it according to your wish. Yeah, so I'm going to just put it full. 1 minute. Yeah, that should be fine. And so this is a basic tutorial on how you can connect your laptop to your Raspberry Pi. This is extremely useful if you want to make a school project using a Raspberry Pi. So in this case, in order to control it, you do not need all those accessories, for example mouse, keyboard or screen. You can just easily control it using a laptop just by a Wi-Fi router and cable and some knowledge. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching my video. Do leave a like, subscribe to my channel. If you face any technical difficulty in following this process, please comment below and I'll try to solve your problem. And again, thanks for watching.